Print for Pay Hotel members and everybody else who's tuned in today. Today we're with Kevin Hoverman. I got it right, Kevin?
You got it.
And Kevin is with Everyone Print. And the goal of the Better Call Arts that we're doing here is to try and introduce new companies, new technologies to dealerships, to salespeople. And in turn, we can offer these to our clients. And maybe we can make that differentiator between maybe another dealership who isn't offering a product like this or a solution like this. And again, one of the reasons why I've got Everyone Print up here today with Kevin. So Kevin, how you been?
Great, Art. How you been? Glad to see you're back with us more full time.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It. So maybe before we start off the meeting, I've got a question for you, and this is great for all salespeople.
Yeah.
And maybe something you might ask every now and then. And we're going to ask you, what type of day is it today?
It is a fantastic sunny day. And I mean, it's a Friday. So does it get any better than this?
Well, it does, because that's not the right answer.
It's a great day to sell something, Art.
That's absolutely correct. It's a great day to sell something.
It is.
Remind all your reps. It's something you should ask them every day, and especially when you get your newbies in.
Mm-hmm.
Give them that question, right?
That's right.
So so maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself in the industry.
Yeah. So amazingly, I've been doing this for 20 years now. Started as a down the street rep in the Boston area, ended up moving down to DC and joined the global imaging company. Was there when the Xerox acquisition happened. Left a little bit, started my own dealership, which was fun, and learned a lot. Happened to have an opportunity to be part of an office supply company that asked me to do that for them. And we had a ton of success and a lot of fun, and made a bunch of mistakes too, learned a ton. And when that got sold, I got to go back to global imaging. And as they transitioned to Xerox business in DC, especially, it was time for me and my family to get out. So we moved to North Carolina a couple of years ago, and went to work for a privately owned, family run Rico Konica Minolta HP dealer there, and had a lot of fun. Loving North Carolina. Left recently to really focus on my family first, and then had an opportunity, had some success selling Everyone Print at my last stop, and they approached me about potentially leading the dealer channel in the US and really focusing on the dealers. So had an opportunity to do that. Well, I started a consulting firm as well. So do some of that, talking to dealers around the country, and just great opportunity to really build something unique and interesting.
Nice. So first I've heard of Everyone Print. What is it? Tell me more.
Yeah. Well, the simple answer is it's a cloud-based print platform. And in what we sort of refer to as the old world, although it's most of the world, when people have moved to the cloud, and that adaptation has happened pretty rapidly over the last 2 years, especially in a COVID environment. But what happened is that those print servers stayed, and they're typically the last thing to move to the cloud. And when you're trying to transition, you got print servers, you're dealing with, printers are typically 45 to 50% of the calls into help desk, and usually 5% of the responsibility for those IT folks.
Right.
You're dealing with downtime issues, user frustration, especially as we've gone more and more hybrid. You got people who are going to different offices, trying to print, trying to find a driver, trying to keep it secure. Goodness knows we've heard of the print nightmare piece from Windows recently. Yeah. So what our solution does is basically get rid of all of that. It's a cloud platform, allows you to scale on demand. So you want to add a license and spin up an office and add people or devices really easy. Uh-huh. We manage all of the IT admin related to the print drivers. So there's no need to update drivers. There's no need to worry about security patches. We do that all in the cloud, and we automate that IT admin, which takes the burden away from the IT help desk so they can focus on the things that are kind of mission critical and important. And one really key piece for us is that we're a single tool, multi-vendor. So we work across all of the major OEMs in the marketplace. With some, we've got embedded apps that are really, really nice. With others, we work through some of the marketplace that's out there. So we've got a bunch of different ways we can do it across all of the major OEMs. So it's a really simple, easy, scalable tool that, I mean, the key piece is it gets rid of those print servers and eliminates that burden and security concerns around printing for the IT department.
Okay, cool. So question, since I'm a bit of a novice with this, and of course I'm going to learn as much as I can about this. So yeah. I hear of many companies doing hoteling now. Yeah. So with that term hoteling, which I understand means moving people in and out of the same workstation, correct? Or yeah, workspace.
Yeah, you basically rent a desk theoretically.
Right. Yep. So once you hear that a company is moving to hoteling or are hoteling, is this everyone print a good topic to bring up?
Yeah, well, let me tell you the story of how I got introduced to Everyone Print, because I think it will help maybe give you and the folks, especially sales reps, what are ideal targets for this. So the last company I worked at, we had 10 offices across the state of North Carolina and Atlanta. Right. And when I first got there, I was traveling to all of them. And part of the challenge I had is, I had a default driver and it wasn't the office I typically was in. And I would show up in, say, an office in Eastern North Carolina, go to print and go, uh-oh.
I don't think it was uh-oh. I think it was something
it might be something else, right? So then I'd pick up the phone and go, could you shred that quickly? Don't look at it, shred it. We actually got introduced to Everyone Print from our Konica Minolta rep at the time. And they offered us, an NFR for us to try internally. And I was the pilot. So our systems team set it up pretty quickly, frankly, across all the vendors that we represented. And I would show up in an office, open my laptop, and it's location aware. So it would tell me, go pick it up here. And I could choose to do a secure print release using the embedded app for those particular devices, or just do a direct print and go pick it up. But it didn't matter if I was in Eastern North Carolina, Atlanta, Western North Carolina, it knew where I was and told me where to go pick it up. So when you think of where is it a good fit, if people have multiple offices, they're a good client for it. We have had a lot of success in the real estate space where you've got basically 1099 contractors where IT has no control over their devices. Yeah. You can give them an app. It's not only is it vendor agnostic, but it's device agnostic as well. So Chromebook, Mac, PC, iOS, iPhone, Android, you name it, you can print from it without having to worry about managing all those devices. So you just show up, you open the app, you print from your phone, you print direct from your PC or laptop, and you just go get it. It's that simple.
Will that, I'm going a little bit, I guess, off base here, but will that do billing?
So that's where it's not a great fit, is if people want advanced accounting or billing, that's not really where we play.
So is that something they could use with Papercut?
So it's probably an either or.
Okay.
In this case.
That's fine.
Yeah, one of the big differences we have is because it's a cloud delivered service, there's no maintenance and M&S that needs to be built into the cost. It's it's a basically subscription service. It's print as a service.
Right.
Yep. So that's really the gap. If there's a bill back that's needed, Papercut does that really well, and that's not really where we're trying to target. But you think about those spaces, the hoteling that you're talking about. Right. Realtors, for sure. It used to be that in the real estate space, you build back your agent for everything. That doesn't really happen anymore because the really good agents, like really good salespeople, can go anywhere they want and work for whoever they want to because they're good at their jobs. So realtors, brokers are now saying, here's all the stuff you get for coming to work for us. Right. There's a great case study up. If you go look at Everyone Print and case studies on a realtor in North Carolina that 600 agents implemented it and completely took the burden of trying to manage drivers away from their IT staff, and their CIO is in love with the product.
Right. Okay. So controls easily, easily scales. And you spoke about the guest printing? I think you did speak about the guest printing, right?
Guest, mobile, all of that is available.
Okay.
And what I think, again, I ended up in this role because we were selling the product when I was at a dealership and I was using it. What got me excited about as a salesperson was, one, in a world where I couldn't exactly get equipment readily, I could go to my current customers and say, how about if I can take this burden away from you and at least sell them something?
Right.
I could say the same thing to net new customers, regardless of which manufacturer they were using, and say, how about if I can ease the print burden? And if you deploy our solution in a net new customer, when that lease comes up, do you think they're going to call their current vendor before they replace it? Or are they going to come to you and say, since you own my print stream and you've made this so easy, what should we get to make sure this works?
Oh, yeah, they liked it. They've been using it. Good point. Decent point. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I promise this would be short for everyone.
Sure.
But how, I know we see the big everyone print up there. So if someone's interested, how do they go about getting a hold of you?
Yeah. Here's my phone number. It's 703-863-2053. Call me. Love to talk to dealers and solutions folks about how we can bring it to you. We've got some great agreements in some of the OEMs to make it simple and easy. If you're a dealer principal with a couple of these OEMs, it actually counts towards your hardware revenue and rebate number, which is kind of important these days as those containers are waiting to be unloaded. Yeah. So you can also shoot me an email. It's kevin.hoverman@everyoneprint.com. And my last name is HOV as in Victor, ERMAN. So kevin.hoverman@everyoneprint.com. A lot of information out there. We've got a great partner portal. So looking forward to really building out the US. And I think it's a really interesting product to talk about that's off cycle, that is vendor neutral, multi-vendor, simple, multi-tenant. So you can scale this really easily. It's a 4-minute install for users to get themselves up and printing. It's crazy easy.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And, we all need, from time to time, we all need something different. And I believe every extra arrow we've got in our quiver helps all of us, right?
100%. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Cool. So I want to thank you for your time. Members, thank you very much for pulling in today. And keep in mind, the thing I like to remind everybody is the harder you work, the luckier, what is it? The harder you work, the luckier you get. So I'm getting there, everybody. But Kevin, thanks again. And I appreciate the time. And thanks for Pay Hotel members.